Hi everybody, this is Shannon from Skip to My Life, and on today's live episode we're going to be talking about weight loss over 50, and I want to inspire you with 5 steps to making it a little bit easier. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Okay, welcome everyone. Comment below and let me know what you're up to this Saturday. I am having my tropical cherry sparkling water. If you guys like sparkling water, this is a great one. It is the Target brand and I love it. Okay, so let's get started right off the bat. What is the first tip to make it easier to lose weight over 50? Well, if you're like me, the things that you used to do when you were a little bit younger may still not work. But there's one thing that is tried and true, no matter what age you are, and that is to set a goal. So you may see this dress right here. Whoops. This is a dress I'm gonna wear to my daughter's wedding this summer. And as you can see, it's sleeveless. So this is my visual weight loss goal, fitness goal, and it's a longer term goal, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how I am breaking it down into smaller, doable goals. So make your goal something visual, make it something you truly want, not just losing weight, but for me, I want my arms to look awesome in this dress. I want to feel confident when I'm walking down the aisle. I want to feel like I look really good in the family pictures when I look back on it. So those goals and those visuals are all really motivating for me to keep going even when it's hard. So the first tip for losing weight over 50 is to set a really good goal for yourself. So comment below and let me know what some of your goals are in addition to just losing the weight. Why do you want to lose the weight? Okay, the second step to weight loss over 50 is to invest in the right tools. And I'm going to show you some of the tools that I've invested in and I do not regret it. I've linked to everything I'm mentioning below, so if you want to check it out, you can. The first is a scale. So I'm going to tell you that I had a lot of fear of scale, FOS. Comment below and let me know if you have suffered from fear of scale. So it took me a long time to buy my own scale. It was so bad for me that I was going over to my friend's house and using her scale because I didn't want a scale in my house. The reason for that was because I was afraid I would either be so depressed when I looked at the number, or I would just get obsessed with it and want to be weighing myself multiple times a day, which I knew wasn't healthy. I got some birthday money and I decided to invest in the scale, and I'm really glad I did. This is called a Taylor weight tracking scale. So when you step on the scale, it's got the little readout like all the scales do. But you set your original weight on the scale, and then every time you get on the scale, it will calculate whether you've gone up or down, and it will tell you exactly how much. That's Bella. If you hear that sound, she's chewing on her Kong trying to get her peanut butter out. So say hi to Bella. But the thing I love about this scale is it's a visual representation. I don't have to do any math. When I step on it, it automatically tells me, did I go up, did I go down, and exactly how much. So it's a real motivator for me. In addition to that, I know that I can trust the numbers. I don't have to second guess it and play mind games with myself. So that was the first really important piece of equipment that I finally invested in. The second one I'm going to tell you, and this is a little bit more pricey. If you have one of these, you can comment and let me know if you like it as much as I do. And that is a Vitamix blender. So let me show you this guy. Now, this is not cheap. The one I'm linking it to in the description section is $130. I think that's the bare bones model, which is what I have. I don't have anything fancy. The thing about this that makes it so special is the motor. So it has a really high powered motor. That means I can put anything I want in here. I can put kale, I can put celery, I can put apples, I can put carrots, and it is going to blend it up or juice it for me. Now this is not a juicer and I don't do a lot of juice, but I do a lot of shakes. And it makes those shakes taste so good because it breaks up all those components into drinkable pieces, so you're not getting those chunks and you're not getting the texture that makes it really not a pleasant experience. Now, I have skimped on blenders in the past, and I found that the motor's blown out, they're hard to clean, they're too small, whatever it is. And I am so glad I had this Vitamix because it has helped me with my weight loss goals, one of which is to stop eating unhealthy food between meals. Comment and let me know if you're right there with me. So if I get those cravings, I know that I can go to the Vitamix. I can mix up a protein shake really quickly. It's going to be a healthier option for me, and the calories are going to be, controlled. So I invested in a scale of Vitamix. And then the third thing that I recommend, and I've recommended this in past episodes, it's the Hungry Girl Clean and Hungry cookbook. Now, all her cookbooks are great. Her name is Lisa Lillian. And as you can see, I got this at half price book, so I didn't pay full price. I am linking it below if you want to check it out. She has several really nice cookbooks, but this one, I am completely gluten and dairy free. And that's for, that is for allergy reasons, health reasons. So that's a non-negotiable for me. And almost every recipe in this book I can eat with no problems. But the thing I love about it is that they taste really good. There's gorgeous pictures in the book, which is a big deal for me. I want to see what I'm going to eat. And they make me feel really, really full. So I find that I'm not thinking about depriving myself. I'm not thinking about, oh no, I have to eat X again. There's enough variety that it really makes it easy for me, and it makes it something I look forward to. So before we go any further in talking about 5 steps to weight loss over 50, I just wanted to make you aware this channel is ordinarily about small space organizing and decor, making our small spaces look and feel high-end on a low budget. So I just wanted to make you aware of the correlation between clutter and difficulty losing weight, which I wasn't really aware of until I saw this study. It was published in Real Simple magazine, and it's called Your Cluttered Home is Stressing You Out More Than You Realize, according to a new study. So this study was done in 2010, and what it correlated was that more disorganized homes correlated with higher levels of stress. Women who thought their homes were cluttered had increased levels of cortisol throughout the day. Well, now most of us have heard that cortisol is that stress hormone that gives us or correlates to belly fat and makes it more difficult for us to sleep and also eat correctly and get the weight off. So I'm just going to put that little idea in your head and ask you to consider if the environment around you could possibly be making it harder for you to meet your fitness goals. If it is, if you feel like this cluttered space is stressing me out and I'm doing stress eating, or I am, not able to stay on track, I recommend that you start by decluttering a drawer. And it may seem like a silly thing to do. My last episode, the one that I released yesterday, was all about how to do that. I just completed my dresser drawer redo. And just bite off a very small piece of something that you can declutter and organize, and it's going to give you that boost. It's going to make you feel like I can do this every time you open that drawer. So that's just another little tool that I wasn't aware of, and I wanted to share it with you. So our first step to weight loss over 50 is to have a goal. The second is to invest in the right tools, and the third is to reward yourself. My friends, when was the last time you got yourself a reward for anything? And I'm talking about a healthy reward, not drive-through at McDonald's, not, an extra piece of chocolate. I'm talking about things that made you feel really healthy, really good, really happy. Maybe it was watching a TV show. Maybe it was getting your nails done. Maybe it was, going to a new store and looking around. Those are so important to us as adults. And I find that, we give rewards to children for good behavior, and we were rewarded most likely as children for good behavior, but we forget that rewards are equally important for adults. So when you're setting your weight loss goals, like my dress, set up short-term rewards for yourself and give that some thought. Talk to some friends, see what they do. Write them down and put a value with them. When I do this, I will get this reward. And you will be surprised. I have adults that I have talked to who even use stickers. I love stickers, and I'm an adult. So maybe you just put a sticker on your calendar that day. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just that you have a reward and then it works for you. So that's our third step. Our fourth step is to use technology and community to help us reach our goals. Now, we live in a day and age where there are endless tech helps for us. So I want to just break it down and keep it real simple. If this is something that intimidates you like it has me in the past, I just found a new app. It's free in the App Store. It's called Lose It, and I have linked to that below. I haven't linked to it, but I've spelled it out for you below if you're interested. You just go to the App Store, look up Lose It, and it'll be there. It makes it really, really simple for you to track your meals, your exercise, and your weight gain and your goals and weight loss. It's extremely intuitive. It has visuals. I am loving it, and I've just started using it. It has a pro plan that you can upgrade to. I haven't done that. I'm not an affiliate for them. I don't receive anything. They're not sponsoring. I just really like it, and I wanted to share it with you to see if it's something that would help you. So I've started tracking my meals through that Lose It app. I also have a walking tracker on my phone that keeps track of my steps, which has been really helpful to me. But in that same thing, let's talk about the value of community in meeting our weight loss goals. So if you have a community that you love, like Weight Watchers or some other community, comment below and let me know what it is. I'll tell you what mine is. And it may be online. It may be that you're using technology for community as well, and that's great. I started a swimming class twice a week at my local gym, and the ladies there, most of them are about 10 years my senior, love the group. They're so supportive. They're so encouraging. And I go to the class. There's so many days I roll out of bed and I think, oh, I just don't feel like it today. But I know I'm going to see my friends. I know I'm going to see my community. And that is an accountability and also a motivation for me. So seek out some type of community. In the past, I have had walking partners. I've done other classes that I knew I really loved the instructor or I loved the other participants. So use community to really hold you accountable. If you're having a hard time, if you're having a bad day, use that community. And sometimes online community can be just as helpful or more because you don't really know those people. The fifth tip in losing weight over 50 is to journal. Now, you may be thinking, what does journaling have to do with any of this? Well, I'm going to show you a cute little journal I got at the Dollar Tree. It's called my fitness journal. And inside, this is something I saw up by the register. It allows you to make a grocery list. It gives you a spot for notes. It gives you a spot for measurements and weight trackers. And I do use this, but honestly, I just use a 3-ring binder. And what I've been doing is setting goals for myself 3 times a week to write down my feelings about food, about eating, about fitness. I have never done that before, but I am finding it's really, really helpful. And I'm going to tell you exactly how. So I noticed that I had a habit of right before I went to bed feeling like I really needed a snack or a treat. And I wasn't hungry, and I wasn't sure where this is coming from. So I started journaling about it and just kind of talking in my journal about my feelings to no one. And I don't share my journal with anyone. I destroy them after I'm done. Nobody else knows. It's just a tool for me. Guess what I learned? Guess what insight I learned just from journaling? I was the youngest child. And if you're the youngest child, raise your hand. A lot of us as youngest children suffer from FOMO. Do you know what FOMO is? It's the fear of missing out. So because I was youngest and because my older siblings were always doing things that felt really cool to me, but I wasn't allowed to participate, I have a big fear of missing out that I really wasn't aware of. One of the things that I had when I grew up, and this is not good or bad, I went to bed before everyone else because I was younger, and they would all be watching TV, laughing, having a snack, but I had to go to bed because I was younger. And I still remember laying in bed listening to all the fun they seemed to be having and thinking, oh, if only I could be a part of that. So I realized that part of my snacking before I went to bed was triggered by that fear of missing out. And once I was able to wrap my brain around that and identify it, I could rise above those feelings and actually make some decisions with my mind and not just with my feelings. And ask myself, if my husband is having a snack on the couch next to me, I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on that, but do I really want it? Does it even sound appealing to me? Do I want that feeling of being bloated after I eat a high salt snack or high sugar snack? Is it worth it to me to record those calories? Not really. And furthermore, I can sit here on the couch with him and keep him company and participate in what he's doing, and I'm not missing out on a thing. Now that I've started realizing that FOMO is a part of my weight loss journey, I am seeing it everywhere, and it all came because I started journaling. So I want to encourage you with those 5 steps to weight loss over 50. I also want to show you this book that I have referenced several times in lives. It's called The 12-Week Year. It's by Brian P. Morgan, and it has helped me set up some of the ideas that I've talked about today. So if you're interested in a book that's going to give you a little bit more structure, a little bit more format in reaching your fitness goals, I recommend that, and it is linked below. Until we see each other next time, do not forget, my friends, today is not the end of your story. So just keep putting one foot in front of the other. This is Shannon from Skip.